A man can't have a woman, oh man. So a woman is special. Now, the fact that she's special doesn't mean she's the queen, because queens have to act and be like a queen. Some of these women around here today and some of these people ain't nothing like a queen. Before I really kind of get into it, I'd like to, first of all, give thanks to Brother David and Sister Akinaham, finally knowing how to say it correctly. I like to thank them because I've been in Birmingham for 4 years now. I've decided that I have to do, and I'd like to thank the brother from Atlanta that drove down to the lecture today.
There you go.
Thank you for coming and bringing his little queen. I remember when he and his wife came down and visited me here in Birmingham. She was pregnant then, I think. Was she? Yeah. So this is my first time actually seeing. It's been a while. She's big enough to start lecturing. Anyway, something has been in me for a while to speak to people, not necessarily about metaphysics. I can go into it if you want to, but it's about their diet. And the reason being, Birmingham has the fattest people I've ever seen in my life. I'm saying, damn, we got to do something to help these people. But they're not fat because they want to be, they're fat because they don't know. They don't know about the diet. I want to start, as I said, you have to read packages, everything you buy. You cannot just pick it up from the grocery store, because I can speak freely. That cracker is out to kill all of us, every one of us. It is very important, okay? Very important. You may not want to do certain things, but the meat, if you haven't seen, I think it's What the Health and What They Eat, they're on YouTube. And I have a station that about the only thing I want is because I bought a TV last week, or 2 weeks ago. First time in my being in Birmingham owning one. I don't have a TV. I don't look at TV. But they have a station called, channel called Gaia. Gaia talks about consciousness, about things. They got a whole lot of stuff. Diet sections, I've probably looked at 50 things on different subjects since I had the TV. So now, wow, let me acknowledge my coworkers, my boss actually, when I was working, and another one of my co-workers are here. So I'd like to thank them for coming out. Anyway, the thing is, you can't just buy something. You gotta look at the label and see the ingredients. Number two, you have to look at how the ingredients are listed. Mm-hmm. If it's number one, that's mostly what it is. Sugar. People think, well, I don't want to eat no sugar. Okay, cool. Don't eat no sugar. But sucrose, dextrose, all of these are different names. We have a very simple explanation for it. If you can't read it and understand it, don't buy it. Leave it alone. Everything is kind of tying back into the things that have been shown today from individuals who have been here today. You have to, and I bought a whole lot of stuff. I have some packets. I was going to sell them for $5. Spirit just hit me, the hell with it. You want it? Take it. You can call me, write me, text me, whatever, and I will send some of the information. I brought about 70 recipes for vegan food. And that's just to scratch the surface. I check my computer. I have 2,600 items on my computer for eating right. I have refined my diet even recently in the last 4 months, 5 months. I'm eating 80% fruit, 20% vegetable. Because, and I found this brother by the name of Yaki Awaken. And he has helped me refine my diet. Because what I've done is I found that everything can be healed under the sun. Now I forgot to bring it with me, my numbers from my doctor. I have nothing in my body whatsoever. Everything was in line. Only thing I have is paralysis on my right side. And it's just a matter of time before I heal that. And I know that. Now, with that in mind, there are certain, like, I need to tell people about eating meat. You can eat it. I ain't gonna tell you not to eat it, but we know what it is. First of all, it's really not meat, it's chemicals. There's so many problems with the food that we're eating. This white man is treacherous. And we're not all the same. We are not all the same. There are 36 biological differences between Negroid and Caucasoid. Caucasoid are Caucasians, white people. And just not hate on white people. I don't hate any white people. I can get along with anybody. I know how to deal with them, but we have to know we are not all God's people. We are not all the same. Caucasoids can have some meat, and it doesn't affect them as much because of the way their bodies are designed. We are sun people. People may or may not, some of you may or may not know what melanin is. Melanin is what makes us dark, but that's not what all melanin is. It is in our DNA. It's what makes us what we are. Now, when we deal with melanin, when you go into the stars, it's melanin, the darkness, the blackness. The same thing out there is in you and I. And women really got it because they're the most special. Back in ancient of times, even before Egypt, I would say probably in Atlantis and Lemuria, a woman could have a child without me. We are basically a servant of her. But it was the Creator has made it so that we are one between you and I and the woman. One. She has certain functions that she is doing, and so do we. We are here to protect, to serve. She is here to give us life and balance. A woman is special. But a man is just freaking special. Just as much, oh, I don't need a man. That's crazy talk. That's foolish. You need each other. We need each other. Now, going back into the food, and I will dip off from time to time because I've got 40 years of consciousness that will come out. You go to the grocery store, you say, I'm going to eat me something good. I'm not going to eat this crap. And you go to pick up some pineapple and some coconut, so on and so forth, but you haven't looked at the little tag. On the tag, it has a UPC code, and it tells you what it is. If it's a 9, it's good to go. Because the cracker has to tell you the truth. And he does that not necessarily for you. He doesn't want his people eating certain things. If it's got a 3 or a 4 on it, don't buy it. I want me some pomegranate so bad, but all the pomegranate I've seen is a 3 or 4. So I have not bought any, but I take time to read everything. My roommate is here today, Mr. Hunt. I'm like, bro, since you're out, man, pick me up, because I got junk food. Pick me up some cookies. Now, they're organic cookies. I'm buying the organic. But he's like, well, they only got the chocolate and they only have the other. I said, what does it say on the label? I said, oh, give me the coconut one. Because it was only 8 ingredients, which my rule is, normally if it's more than 5 ingredients, I leave it alone. Now, sometime when I'm kind of hungry, I want to snack, then I'll get 1 or 2 more items, which those cookies had 8. But when you open up the box and take out the pack, you lose half of it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna eat me a few of these. But I'll just tell you straight up, if you're eating, you should be eating fruits and vegetables. That's what you should be eating. And now that I've studied more vegetables than even fruit. Right now, my diet is 80% fruit, 20%, I'll say 90% vegetables with 1% of junk. I can't say I don't eat them with junk, but for instance, yesterday, I had a sweet potato, not a baked potato. Well, it was baked as well. Sweet potato and broccoli. That was my meal for yesterday. Then last night I had a smoothie consisting of berries, which for your body, berries are the best thing. Cantaloupe, watermelon. Watermelon is one of the most amazing fruits on earth. But there's something that's more hydrating and better than watermelon. A cucumber. Eating cucumber juice, drinking cucumber juice. The other thing, the sister was talking about drinking water. It's something better than water. It's called H3O2. It is the water from a watermelon, from all your fruits and actually vegetables. That is the water that you have to have. So even if you don't drink a lot of water, as long as you are getting the fruits and vegetables in your body, you can drink a little bit of water because you're getting the stuff that you need to hydrate your cells. Because H3O2 is even more powerful than H2O. So go to the store, look at all the fruits that they are offering you. Make sure that those fruits are at least organic or, fruit would automatically be organic, but make sure it has a UPC code of 8 or 9. The reason 8 is sometimes it's organic, but it may have been used regular fertilizer, which is still healthy, still okay, than the GMO stuff. And if you don't know what GMO stands for, it's genetically modified. Stop. So that's how you don't need to know more. You don't need to know anything more. That means this cracker has, excuse me for calling him cracker, but that's what he is. He has changed the genetic structure. If you go in the store and they say, oh, seedless grape, throw it away. It's GMO. God didn't make a genetically modified item. It's GMO. Leave it alone. Don't eat it. All I'm trying to do is show people to start to understand what has been done to our food. We're not eating food. That stuff is not even considered food. It is something like food, but it's not food. And you're putting it in your body, having all types of problems, then you're trying to figure it out. Now, let me give you something else. I weighed 297 pounds. I refuse to say 300. But let's be real, I was 300 pounds. When I came here to Birmingham, they know me as being 240 because I had already lost 70 pounds via a stroke. I was down to 240. Like I'm still eating vegan, eating good. Oh, wow. But one day I was going back to Atlanta and I was telling my brother, I'm still having a problem with this and that. And he said, bruh, all you need to do is do a fast. And I started researching fasting. When you don't eat, first of all, I don't eat before 12 o'clock anymore, and I don't eat after 7. That gives you a fast, I don't know, 13, 14-hour fast. Just doing that alone, still eating, doing that alone helps your body because your body's elimination period is between 9 at night and 11 during the day. So when you don't eat that during the time, what you're doing is you are fasting. So when I tell people about fasting, I got the document here. When I talk to people about fasting, I talk to them about not eating between 9, or really I say 7 and 11. Then we start by, on my document, I go to fruits and vegetables. But I'm going to revise it and say fruits and then vegetables. And be able to start doing that. So I started doing some 12-hour fast. Now, the science behind that is when you do that, there is a thing called autophagy. And autophagy really begins to kick in between about 12 hours. So when you do at least 12-hour fast, that's when autophagy begins to kick in. Now, what does autophagy do? Autophagy begins to repair your cells in your body. It takes damaged cells and it gets rid of them, and it heals the other one. Now, when you go past 12, 18 hours, it begins to repair. So it was meant by the Creator, by God, for you to do this to repair your body, to repair yourself. So you're not just not eating, you are repairing your body. Do not eat food. God damn, that's deep. Okay, now go to 24-hour fast. Man, that does even more. And when you get to about 72 hours, 3 days of fasting, like using water during that time, and you can fast, it's not a problem. I just came off a 40-day fast in February. I did one last January, 40 days, water only. It is possible. And matter of fact, Akina, she said, I ain't never met nobody but Jesus that did 40 days. I'm like, well, I guess I'm Jesus. But everything is possible. Now, I know that I've had 20 years of fasting. I've done 21 days, 10 days. I've done it a lot. I stopped doing it after I got divorced, which is when I should have kept up more. But it was very important. So when Mike told me on the way coming back from Atlanta, bruh, you need to do fast. I started fasting. And not only that, started fasting, I'm on a fruit fast now. What's a fruit fast? You're eating nothing but fruits during the time. Now, I broke the fruit fast because I had a box of cookies last night. But eating fruits, whatever, you can eat 20 bananas. You can eat 100 watermelons because your body, it's not about my calories. Calories throw that crap away. That's some crap the white man teaches us. I'm talking about your health. I'm talking about your health. You can eat 50 bananas if you're hungry. Every time you're hungry, eat. But you eat the right things. Make sure that you're getting organic, whole food. For those who are Christian, the Bible says, I give you the root, the leaf, and the bark, which shall be your meat, and the healing for the nation. Anybody, if your preacher ain't talking to you about it, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Because there is nothing more important than your health. Nothing. Ask me. I had a stroke. And I was a semi-vegetarian at the time because I was still, I'm gonna tell you, even to this day, I'm still addicted to that chicken. God, I love a breast. Oh, it is addictive because it's a drug. All of these items that we're talking about are drugs. If you really look at what's in the meat, in the chicken, it's drugs. Because it's like the brother was saying, well, if you took meat and you washed off all the seasonings, you wouldn't eat that crap. You would not eat it. You wouldn't eat it because it's nasty. We don't have the bodies to eat it. First of all, we have an extremely short digestive tract, which means that when you eat meat, it goes in your body and it putrefies. What? It rottens. It rottens. Now, I'm a person who, if I find out something that's not good for me, I give it up. You know, I do understand most people can't do as I have. But at least cut back, then cut back, then cut back, then cut out. Okay? That's important. So, and a lot of people don't understand. When you begin to get off of this meat and the dairy, especially dairy, oh, it's good for your bones, and it ain't good for my bones. Nothing with dairy in it. And you don't know that you're getting it if you don't read your labels. When I first became a vegetarian, it's 30 years ago, I bought some bouillon cubes. And I read the daggone label, like, damn, this man is crazy. There was sugar in the bouillon cube and dairy in the bouillon cube, a little cube that I thought was good. So you have to, that's why it's so important to read your labels. I don't go, this is the only place I eat. That's it. There was another place, what's the name of that place you used to order every morning? Kill Me Crazy. I eat there, I don't go there, but I've eaten there. There's another sister that has a vegan, she's only open on Sundays. Yeah, what's the?
Social Bed. Social Bed.
I don't know what the name of it is. She's right around the corner from me, yeah. Yeah, I've eaten there. She cooked, I had some vegan fish. It's a little bit greasy for me, but other than that, the food was delicious. Oh man, good, great. There are very few places here. I've been to Slutty Vegan.
That's the vegan McDonald's.
Right, that's what it is. That is.
It's good.
It's good. It is good, but it's processed stuff.
About the soy joy.
Right. So, but I stopped. I went there a couple of times. I've only been there about 3 or 4 times. Matter of fact, I took Calista there. But it's, if you want some good, almost vegan, eat there. I don't anymore. So as I said, I'm a person who I've tried to cut it all. And the reason being is because I'm trying to heal myself 100%. I've done it just about. No high blood pressure, no diabetes. All my numbers are great. All my numbers are great, except the paralysis. But I'm working on that. And it's a matter of time. Y'all gonna see me walking without this cane, without this walker. I am, no doubt about it. I'm not worried about it. But other than that, I got everything else is perfect. I have looked at. Now, I want to go into, there is one other thing that is so important for your vegan journey. Stress, love. You gotta have love in your heart for everyone. That's why I don't hate white people. Don't hate them. I just don't like what they are doing to our people. I love black people. That's why I'm here. Not because I want to be here. I'd rather be home chilling. But I love black people. And stress is so important. You have to get all the stress out of your life. You can't let a person stress you out. And if a person does, cut them out. I don't care if it's your mama. If she is stressed, you're going to love her. You can love her from afar. Love her from the house. Talk to her on the phone. But you got to cut stress out of your life. That will kill you faster than chicken. It will. You have to know how to cut that stuff from your life. Very important. Very important. Now, I have videos that I think I probably put, let me see, at least I was telling about detoxing the blood. That is second to beginning. Now, once you start, you just need to detox every now and then. So, well, I need to learn how to detox. I think the sister had some items that you had that you were going. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I do make detox juices as well.
Right. Well, you can make juices. You can take wormwood, different things. If you have parasites, because if you ate meat, you have parasites. Period. Period. I am not, I guess, fussing with anyone because everyone has their own journey. I'm making you aware of what this man has done. Look at some of the videos. Look at some of them. Like now, other than my brother, who ain't gonna talk to nobody, but people who are close to him, that he knows, Yaki Awaken is, I don't know anybody teaching what he's teaching.
I didn't see him. Didn't see him when you
Where'd you see him?
in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta.
Wow, see, I just found him
Amazing.
back in October and November. But then I started binge watching his video. I'm talking about, I was looking at one this morning because for some reason, I can't find his recent stuff. Everything is from a year ago, 8 months, 7 months.
To YouTube because people are taking it from, like, you're on TikTok, people are taking it and twisting it and posting it on their stuff because there are a lot more information on there, but they want to warn you. Like, if you go sit in a seminar, they go, find him on YouTube. Don't go back and click video.
Well, I've been on YouTube. That's where I don't even have a TikTok because I was reading that TikTok has the right to your information.
Yeah.
So I don't have TikTok.
Even Facebook, y'all check y'all settings on Facebook.
Right.
If they're watching you, you can log into your bank account. If you go and watch, it's a watch link on Facebook, and it'll show you everything that you can open on your phone without your permission, without your.
Right. I don't really post on Facebook. I do share videos. If they want to take those, go ahead.
What's that person's name again?
Yahki, Yahki, Awaken. Deep, breaks it down for you. So I don't profess to know everything, but I study everything. I learn things. I tell you what I learned. I learned recently from this young lady that cacao, along with black tea, helps to repair DNA. Guess what? I had some cacao and black tea yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't have time today because I had to wash. I'm kind of vain. I have to look a certain way. I have to wear a certain thing. That's a part of me, But that's because I'm learning. When I come here, when I do things, there are a lot of places I won't even go. I went to Piggly Wiggly just to see if I could get something to eat. I found nothing in the store that I could eat.
That is the only place that I've ever been able to find seeded grapes.
Really?
Seeded grapes. It's called Glory. They're called Glory, and they keep them ducked off. But it's the only place that I've ever been able to find a seeded.
I went to Sprouts and bought some seeded grapes, but I looked at them when I knew I didn't look at them until I got home. They were 3. I'm like, shit. So I normally watch everything, but when I looked for them, he didn't have any. And I said, and then when he came back over to me, the guy in the store, he said, hey, I found some seeded grapes. I'm like, didn't look at them, got them home. They sit in the refrigerator right now. But Sprouts is good about taking things back. So I'm going to take those back. May go today. So people who around me get videos from me frequently because I send them out. And the packets that I made up, I put them in there. And they're the blue writing. Just you can click on it and go to the video. But there's videos about everything. Finding stuff for children to eat that you want them to eat is kind of hard unless you start them out like these young ones have started out, that you can not ever deal with that. My brother's sons are 20, he might be 30 and 22 or 23, have never had any of this crap. They eat clean even now. And my nephew, Cam, he can make some vegan. It's not junk food because he cooks dessert. My daughters, on the other hand, two of them were supposed to come today. Well, they couldn't go because of some prior arrangement problem. But I'm talking to them. I have a daughter. We had a gender reveal for my first grandbaby, born in January. Thank you. And I saw my daughter. I cried. She was 300 pounds. As a woman, for man, 300 pounds, I kind of carried it well. I'm saying to myself, as the truth is, I knew I was fat. And I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago and I weighed in at 159.
Okay.
My goal is 145. So I've got about 15, 20 pounds to lose. But it's not about, I don't have to worry about calories. Because what I'm eating now, I don't have to worry about it. But every now and then I'll come here and eat. I just spent $120 here a couple weeks ago. Yes, but that's going to be the norm. I mean, going to be the exception instead of the rule. I love it. As a matter of fact, this is the only that I know of, the only vegan restaurant in Birmingham that I know of. There may be others, but I don't know of it. But especially not with the types of things that they serve here. So, by the way, you can stop me at any point and ask a question because I do not mind. But I know that learning to eat again, because we have been taught all kind of stuff. I have a friend in Tuscaloosa, and she's like, well, you need to eat something. No, I don't need to eat something. And let me show you why. And then I went on to explain. It's not, sometimes I can be not overbearing, but I can forget that people aren't where I am. So I want to tell them everything I know. So you have to watch yourself because I'm not trying to make everyone be vegan. I would like for them to. If I meet you, I'm going to talk about changing your diet because there is nothing more important than that. Not church, not anything. Because it's not supposed to be you sitting up in the church with canes, sitting up here like me. I shouldn't be here. I knew better. So, as they say, to whom much is given, much is required. I knew better, but I didn't do it. You ain't got to worry about it. It won't happen again. Will not happen again because I have resigned to take care of my diet for me and for my grandchildren and for my children. Y'all shouldn't have to come to Birmingham and help me out. If I die, it's because it's time for me to go at 120.
Hey, all right.
Because I'm ready. See, I realized probably 30 years ago, before then, I was afraid to die. I didn't want to leave my wife. I didn't have children at the time. But now, I'm not ready to leave, but if I have to leave, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because I understand life. When you see a tree, it has a flower dies, flower goes in and helps to replenish the earth. So death is a part of life. The other thing is I have learned we don't die. We don't die. We take on another form. You might have to come back and repeat this journey again. You might have to come back. Hopefully, you have excelled to another level. Now, I can say I'm ready to go higher. I'm ready to go to another level. So I'm not afraid of the unseen because there are thousands. As I learn more and more and more every day, I'm still learning. I would never tell a person when I'm 120 on my 119th birthday, I will go on to explain I'm still learning. We all learn. And when I stop learning, time to go. It's time to go. One thing I have to say, and I'll do this in closing, you have to be ready to learn. And you may listen to something, I don't know about that. Research it, find out more. Find out more about it. Like when I heard Yaqui and started, I went, okay, time to go to fruit only. I'm not a frugivore yet. I am getting there. I'm working on, because I'm working on me every day. So I tell people that, and people say, well, you obsessed with diet, with nutrition and things of that nature. So what?
Yeah, they like to call you a health nut.
So what? So you think that? Who cares what you think about me? I don't care. My roommate. We talk, I tell him stuff, I'm like, man, how can you eat certain thing? And I have to catch myself. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Self, I'm sorry, self. Because self wants to, every black man and woman I meet, now, I'll be honest, I don't hate white people, but I don't tell them nothing. I don't, nah, you don't need to know. Eat what you want to eat. You smoke it? Cool. But when I meet a black man or woman, I have a love for these people. I have a love for them. So I want them to know. Now, if they don't want to know, then fine, I'll shut up. Keep it to myself. You know? Get in my car and go on about my business. But if a person calls my brother, he like, man, I don't feel like dealing with niggas. And it's primarily because he is taught for 30 years the things that I'm teaching now. So he's tired of folks calling him every 30 days about something. Oh, my leg hurt. I need to, what herbs? I told you this a month ago. So he's that way. I'm still in the beginning stages of telling people what I know. Maybe I'll get to that point, maybe not. It doesn't seem like my portion. I think I'll be doing this until I'm dead at 120. And the only reason I keep talking about 120, I'm talking about DNA, okay? On our DNA, I think it's number 2, maybe 3. We have the helix DNA. Everybody knows, okay? There is a cap on the DNA, on the top of the DNA strand. Telomere. What happens is, as we eat things that we shouldn't be eating, that strand of DNA begins to unravel. So you can eat to keep it from unraveling or fix it. This is science. It's not a little black man in Birmingham, Alabama telling you this. I'm talking science. So we are repairing our DNA by eating properly. And we are destroying our DNA by, now I'll tell you another thing. It will also make you younger, age backwards. Okay? I was looking at a picture of me. I'm like, damn, I did get younger.
About 45.
No, I'm 63. But I appreciate that. But what I'm saying is it actually works. Getting younger by eating. You can eat your way to health and to being younger. And juicing is very powerful because I bought a juicer for the first time. I've been blending all my stuff. I bought one from Walmart. I bought a cheap one. Well, it was $69, $79. I'm going to buy a more expensive one when I get a little bit more money.
That one came from Walmart.
Really?
It was $160.
It's just about the quality.
It's good.
The one that cold press.
Yeah, the cold.
Right, you put the whole fruit in it?
Yep.
Oh, see, that's the
And you
one.
get more juice out of it.
Really? I need to get.
We had to take one back.
took about 5.
Yeah, because that one,
I had some myself. The Walmart brand, the best one I got though now. 800. I got it in the bed, and I just looked at my husband and said, "You bought it." I The Nama J2 juice.
Oh, I've seen that one, yeah. Right.
That's how the medicine basically works.
So what I'm saying is trying to do, even if you get to $39,
Juice.
you getting juice. Now, you got a whole lot of fruit left over. And guess what I did?
Oh,
Cook with it.
yeah. Or make a tea with it.
I didn't make tea, but it's good to remember. Yes.
I wanna say something. When you mentioned, you said you like a little good.
Yeah.
Have you, but we have to remember that to not mix our fabrics. Because if
Mix of what? I didn't hear that.
to not mix your fabrics when you're.
Oh, yeah.
Do not, like, this is linen, do not wear blue jeans. You wanna wear all linen. On your bed, no matter if it's linen, cotton, whatever, you wanna make sure it's all the same. But the most important fabric to buy or to purchase, even if you're making your own bed sheet, linen. Linen will heal.
Right. I wear a lot of linen.
Yeah.
I probably have, I just gave away about 40 shirts. How we say, 30, 40 shirts? Huh?
About 30.
30 shirts. Because like I said, I really lost a lot of weight. Wasn't trying, but on my bed, I started sleeping in my bed a week ago because I slept in a recliner. I could lay out, mine was electric, I mashed a button and take, but the other day, last week, I started sleeping in my bed. And I don't know what that material is. I'm going to read it when I get back home.
Are you upstairs or downstairs?
Oh, it's one level house.
You should take a piece of copper and wrap it around your toe and put it in the ground and then go to bed. Or just take it to the.
Oh, well, I keep copper on me all the time. I normally have a copper ring, but I'll put one on my toe. I'm interested in anything that can bring forth healing. So I do grounding every day. Go outside, put my feet in the grass, look up at the sun. I do, well, I didn't do it when it was cold. But other than that, I do grounding. I know my neighbors probably think, why he out there with no shoes on? I don't care what they think. And about 2 months ago, some Mexicans moved in. I know they think I'm crazy. Again, don't care. Don't care. See, we have to live our lives for us. You can't worry about what your neighbor is thinking about. Or he don't go to church. But I'm more spiritual than you'll ever be. I am more connected with the Creator than you ever will because I spend every day thinking about the Creator and how I can heal His body. Excuse me, I keep saying His. We get in the habit of saying He, its body. It's a he and a she. We have to keep that in mind. Now, with that in mind, I'd like to say that I really have enjoyed today, and I really thank you for coming out and listening to me today. And I appreciate any friends and family that I might have here. Thank you for coming out. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you find that your dreams are more vivid or more clear now?
Now, you know, this is kind of crazy. I wasn't dreaming before. I hadn't had a dream for 3 years. But in the last 8 months, I've been dreaming. I never knew why. I knew that I started dreaming. I guess as my diet gets cleaner and cleaner, I began to dream even more. But yeah, I do. The dreams I've had, well, I can't talk about a couple of them.
You write them down.
Huh?
You write them down. Write them down. As soon as you wake up,
do you write?
No, I haven't.
You gotta write it down.
I haven't.
You're still in it, you know, you're still in it, but when you write it down, like, we gotta write it down.
Wow, what?
Your dream journal.
Yeah.
Right. I know they are, but I just haven't written them down.
It'll be to the point where you're here and you'll start to be like, oh my God. That's what happened with me and her. That's how we met, me and Miss Ivy. She called me. I had a dream already, but I never told her. But she called me. She said, hey, how you doing? And I said, I'm fine. She said, did you call me? I said, no, ma'am. I said, I've never seen his number in my life, which I hadn't, and I did not call her at the time. I was in Michigan. She was in Alabama. I said, I do hair for a living. I said, but right now I'm in Michigan. She said, oh my God, I'm from Michigan. I said, who is? I said, well, I'm here for my birthday. You know, most of the time I go back and forth from Michigan. I did hair. I told her if it was meant for us to meet, we would meet. 1 week later, I went in the health food store. Someone told me to leave my phone in the car. I left my phone in the car. I was in the bulk section where the herbs were, and I heard her talk. I turned around like, oh my God. I just turned back around because I didn't want to look like a quack, you know. So I said, oh my God. I said, Sweetie said, I always talk to you. Like when I get a thought or something comes,
Sure.
something tells me to tell that person. So it's not that I talk too much, it's just.
You're supposed to do it.
The spirit speaking to
So I do that, and so she walked up to me. I said, I'm gonna wait. If it meant for her to talk to me, she gonna talk to me. I just kept minding my business. She walked up and said, excuse me, ma'am, do you know any herbs for UTI? She had some out on her phone. I said, well, golden seal. I said, you can get that for free. It's out there on the tree right now. It's springtime, so grab you a bunch of them. And she told the lady on the phone. She hung the phone up. And she said, I'm gonna give you my number. I never met nobody so young. I said, I'm 31, young.
Uh-huh.
She said, yeah. And so I said, I don't need your number. She said, you don't need my number. I said, no, ma'am, I don't need your number. But I took it anyway because she wasn't gonna let me not take it. But I took the number and put it in my pocket. I didn't use it. She got home and she said, girl, I thought you were crazy. She called me. She said, girl, I thought you were crazy. I'm on my college bar. I said, I know people think I'm crazy. And she couldn't believe it. She could not believe it.
Well, you know, a brother by the name of Delbert Blair, I mean, I don't know if you ever looked at any of his videos.
Yeah.
All right.
Delbert Blair said there are no accidents in life. Everything that happens, it happens for a reason. You may not understand at the time that it does happen, but there are no accidents in life. I talk about my experience with my ex-boss. When I went to their office to interview, I said to myself, ain't nobody want no nigga in a wheelchair. I wasn't in a wheelchair, all hurt up, no job. And so I said, I'm going to this interview. When I met her and the other person that interviewed me, I knew I had this job. And I got a dead John in the back. Like, well, damn. Okay, well, later, because of the way the building was designed, was her concern. You got to go up some stairs. I could manifest. She knew later after I got there that I could maneuver. It wasn't easy, but I could do them. And I was writing I forgot a place, I don't know if it was with the state or whatever, to complain about. I met with Pete. And so they're like, well, when can you start? I'm like, damn. So there are no accidents in life, even though I thought.
I just wanted to add that, when we first told you, you know, as you said, it was about the building that we put.
Right.
And we we went out, I guess, to ZipRecruiter or Indeed and put, an announcement out like the next year or maybe later that year. And it was in August, and I guess you replied, but I was not involved in that one. So that is when the sourcing manager said, we got this guy's got some amazing background in sales and blah, 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 blah. I said, well, let's have him come in. And so, and when I saw you again, I said, "There it is."
Oh, God, here we go again.
No, not because of that reason, because it was some sort of destiny type of things. I didn't know it was you that he was bragging about. I had no clue. And then when you came in again to interview him, and I was going, isn't that the guy who was here before? And I knew there was just something about you that I knew you were supposed to be there.
Well, like I said, it wasn't an
It
accident.
wasn't.
It was preordained
No, not at all.
that we would meet and that I would work there, plain and simple. So,
Office full of vegans and one.
and then I was like, oh, she vegan? Oh, God. And so, the other guy, he vegan? Oh, man, I'm in heaven.
One person. I don't know if you see. Oh.
Yeah, in the back. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, there's no accidents in life. And I'd like to thank everyone for listening to my voice today.